Hi, I'm Jenny from the Missouri Star Quilt Company. Take a look at these darling pennants behind me. Is this not just screaming fun to you? This is screaming fun to me, and they're screaming fun to make as well. So to make this, you're going to need one layer cake and some twill tape. Do you need a rotary cutter? No. Do you need a ruler? No. All you need is a layer cake and some twill tape and your sewing machine and a pair of scissors. So lots of the companies come out with these solids. We have all kinds of solids in the shop, and RJR has a new line called Tropicana, and I thought it was just perfect for this project, and I want to show it to you. I have the easiest way to make a pennant ever. You'll never find one as easy as this. This is so awesome. So here's our squares, and I'm going to show you how to do this. So we're going to take a square just like this, and we're going to fold it diagonally just like that. Easy as that. Then we're just going to sew down one side. Now we're going to go ahead and chain piece all of these through our sewing machine. So I'm going to take this little stack over to the sewing machine, and we're going to do some chain piecing. All right. So here we are. Let me move these to make sure you can see. And I've got my orange one here. I just match up the edges, and I'm just going to sew straight down one side. It doesn't matter what side. Just one side or the other works. We're going to sew all the way down to the end, and we're going to fold our next one and slide it in. And you're going to do this to the whole layer cake. All right, I've got a green one here. These are beautiful colors. You can look at the pennants on the wall and see really what pretty colors they are. You never know when you're going to need a string of pennants. We love to celebrate everything here, and we were doing some fun decorating over for springtime, and I just fell in love with these pennants, and they're so quick and easy. So now I have 4 of these done, and I'm going to cut them apart like this. I just used the cutter on the end of the machine. And then I'm going to cut off this point here at the bottom. So right here, I'm going to cut this point, and I'm going to go ahead and cut the point off on all of them. Now I'm not cutting across my stitch line. I'm just cutting to reduce some of that fabric bulk like this. So I'll do one more here. Then I'm going to stick my hand in here and put my finger all the way down in there and push that through. Then I'm going to close my scissors, and you want to be careful doing this because you don't want to poke through, but I'm going to poke that to make that point good and pointy. So then what you're going to do is you are going to center up that seam on the back, and you're going to press it. So we're going to press this down. And then see where this handkerchief folds up here? This point up here on the top, I'm going to fold that straight down the back like this. And we're going to go ahead and do that to the other one so you can make sure you've got the gist of what I'm doing. We've sewn down one side. We've clipped off that fabric. We're going to turn it right side out. One seam is all it takes for these darling little pennants. Poke our point out. Put your seam in the center. We're going to lay it like this on our ironing board with our seam right in the center. And then we're going to iron that. And we're going to fold this top part over like this and press that down as well. All right, and here's our green one. We're flipping it right side out. And we're going to press it. This goes so fast, and I love these pennants for decorating springtime. We're just heading right into springtime, and they're just so bright and happy. If you wanted to put letters on them, you could do that before you sewed them, but it's a little easier to see where that center is going to be once you've sewn that strip. And then you can just iron them on or something like that. But I just love them plain, just the plain colors. They're beautiful. and they're ready to go. All right, so now, how do we get them all in a line? Well, what I do for this is I use this twill tape. The twill tape comes in all different sizes, and I just have here, this is a 3/4 inch piece, and I leave it on the spool, and I take these over here like this. I'm going to take my whole stack, and I'm just going to unroll this a little ways because you'll see how fast this goes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my pennant, and I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to lay the twill tape across it just like that, and then I'm going to close the flap, and I'm going to just set my presser foot so that it's lines up along that edge, and I'm just going to sew across here. I leave a little bit sticking out here so you can hang it if you want to. And we're just going to go ahead and chain piece these one after the other. So again, I'm just laying opening up my pennant, laying my twill tape in there. Let me just show you out here to make sure you're getting this. So here's what I'm doing. I open this up, I set it right next to there, put my twill tape on top, fold this piece down right here, and then we sew straight over that. You can leave a space if you want, or you can just go ahead and, snug them up real close, and we just sew straight down. There we go. So I'm just going to keep sewing these on. So I just finished sewing these, and look what you get. Look how darling this is. I mean, it's just as cute as it can be, and they're so quick and easy. So just remember, you're going to use one layer cake, sew one seam, you're going to iron it out, and you're going to lay it on a piece of twill tape, fold this top flap over, sew down, and you can do as many of them as you want, as quick as you want. So have fun with these pennants. I've done them from everything for Halloween to Christmas and even spring. So we hope you enjoyed this tutorial from the Missouri Star Quilt Company.